Hi, you guys. My peeps. Three things came up for me today as possible jumping off points that might have some relevance to the reading. Hard to read. You know, somebody who's hard to read. Clean slate. And the emperor has no clothes. So let's see. Sorry I missed yesterday. I was sick, and it feels so much better. You know, it's in the aftermath of that, you can feel so good, and I do. I feel like glad to be alive. Bottom of the deck, Empress. That's a really nice way to start. The emperor may have no clothes, but the empress is in her full regalia. They is sitting in a position of power and receptivity. She's about growth and abundance. It's a card of Taurus, very grounded, very, can be a card of luxury and just abundant self-care. Divine feminine, somebody who knows their own worth and would be looking for a match. Tell us about Empress, please. Bottom of the deck, in that same earth energy, Knight of Pentacles. You know, the slowing move is... This knight doesn't move fast, but he's very, he, she, they, very reliable. You know, tried and true. With something of value to offer, perhaps Empress. Somebody who's been investing for a while and wants to reap their harvest. But it's a card of assessment too. Like, what has all this time and energy brought to me? And this person does look a little bit skeptical. You know, they've worked hard, it's taken a lot of time, and they're really assessing, what have I grown here? Do I put in more time and effort? And I'd say yes. I mean, it looks like a reasonable harvest to me. Next card out, Death card. Death and rebirth. Big change on the way that entails the ending of a lot of things and the beginning for perhaps this group of people. It's not just an individual. Looks like there's another. It looks like it's not just an individual ending and new beginning. You know, it's not for one person, it's for a group of people. Under Empress Star. I love this card. You know, it's the North Star. It's being guided to where you belong. It's about accepting your karmic destiny as it unfolds. That North Star, what you're meant to become. Somebody may be following the guides right to the Empress door. Balance and healing has brought them there. Under Seven of Pentacles, oh, there it is, the Knight of Pentacles. That was out before. Somebody spent a long time, an investment, growing this thing of value, and now they want to offer it. In Empress's Earth energy, it's a healing offer that they've been guided how to grow this thing and then what to do with it. Under Death, Two of Wands. This is somebody who I believe has picked a path. Wands are directional. You know, where do I go? I'm standing here making a choice. And you can see there's one leg up on the edge of this parapet. And one hand holds the globe, the other hand holds the wand. You know, I think they've made a choice about their direction. They know it's going to be a long journey. Knight of Pentacles. They'll have to go step by step to get there. But they're relying on their guides to do it. This Aquarian overview of the North Star. It's already a pretty powerful reading. Empress, Death, Star. You know, and the guides are helping this person determine the choice. It's something right at the beginning. You know, that this person hasn't fully embarked yet, but they've decided to do so. They have the destination in mind. Tell us about the star, the healing, the guidance. Wow, Five of Wands. Okay. Five of Wands is a struggle, something that has to be worked out. And again, remember I said these other people involved in the transformation on the Death card there? This is a card of other people. Perhaps, you know, confusing things. They all have an agenda. They all have an idea of how it should go. But I think Knight of Pentacles has undergone a transformation and gained this kind of Aquarian clarity, rising above the fray, above the struggle of everybody else's idea of which way to go. There's some transformation underway that will affect not only maybe the principal person, but also those around this principal person. On Two of Wands, the decision, in that same fire energy, Wands energy, overcoming the obstacle. Overcoming the obstacle. By making the choice to do it. Somehow they've gained strength in perhaps in sorting out this struggle. They've sorted something out on Empress, Knight of Cups. They want to make a love offer. They're on their way. Love is on the move. Bottom of the deck. Okay, there are a whole bunch here, but bottom of the deck, clarifying Death, is Ace of Wands. You know, There's a decision to be made. It's backed up by great strength, fortitude, this archetypal energy of integration of how you deal with pain, how you deal with it. You kind of face the struggle to work it out, and you're guided on how to do that. It's being overcome. Whatever this struggle was, you've spent time and effort to work it through. And there's the new direction, the new chance for growth. It's also can be a card of masculine energy, you know, the wand, the phallus. That's what they're saying, the wand, the phallus. So this transformation has to do with renewed passion. How to begin. I mean, this is the ending, right? Death and rebirth. And we got a rebirth here that has to do with passion and growth. On Knight of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. You know, whatever action this person is taking, step by step by step, reliably, over time, showing up with something real to offer, this kicks the wheel forward toward that new beginning. You know, it's a kind of liberation. And I think it speeds up this Knight of Pentacles progression. He's stepped into his karmic destiny. You know, he's on the right path. He's picked the right path. Two roads diverge. And it may have taken a certain struggle to pick that path. Other people might not have agreed with it. On Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. A lot of renewed energy here. And this to me is a card of, can be of alignment. Aligning with a kind of universal truth. This opportunity for the new beginning, something fresh, something different, some new way. It's passionate and it's like true north. Okay, then we have Page of Swords, this card of the beginning, and also of somebody seeking more information. Page of Wands, you know, is ready to act, but look how it's a page energy, so it's a youthful energy, but he's got this enormous sword. Whatever he's learned, that took him a long time to arrive at this decision. You know, this is almost like the compass needle pointing in the right direction. Something's come into alignment. What has Page of Swords learned, please? Well, this is far too many, but let's see. Let's see if we can fine it down a little bit, okay? On Page of Swords, we have the Moon card. I mean, this is a card of something that's as yet unconscious. You know, it's influencing the situation, but it's okay. It's not, it's coming to the surface. It's still underneath our, you know, something that's not fully awake yet. but Page of Swords is willing to investigate. Five of Pentacles. Well, this is a card of deprivation, of loneliness, of not having enough. Somebody may have felt like, they didn't have enough. They didn't have enough resources to, for the long haul, to stick with it. Three of Cups. Well, these are pretty much opposite energies. This is feeling left out. This is feeling joyful because there's a reunion. People you're compatible with. People who feel the same way. It can be third-party energy. I don't really see that anywhere except possibly in this struggle that needs to be overcome. The struggle has been healed. Somebody has the courage to face the future, to make the right decision. Not operating off a sense of lack. I don't have enough. I've run out of time. I think somebody is beginning to discover, the beginner's mind. I'm at the beginning of this journey, and I'm beginning to work with my unconscious energies, to bring them into a 3D, I get it. I know which way to go. The Moon is a card of divine feminine. We've had that twice over. But there are feelings that are coming to the surface. They will be recognized and identified. At long last, it may have taken a very long time for this person to let their joy kind of bubble up. They were living in a sense of inadequacy. It's too late. I've run out of time. And bottom of the deck, the Sun card. This is a card of happiness and fulfillment, of things coming to light. It's been a long time growing, long time in the works for this person to come forward and declare their love. And Moon card of Cancer, of feelings coming to the surface and kind of being acknowledged by, the thinking part of our brain, willing to investigate the feelings. And this is a revelation, divine masculine, Sun, Moon, revelation of the unconscious forces that the divine feminine can tap into. And I think now divine masculine can too. There's a kind of burgeoning understanding that it's not too late for this reunion because they intuit it, they feel it, and they're willing to step forward, with a kind of innocence. The new beginnings. And I get this too. It's being, death and rebirth. This is the rebirth. It's the baby. What did we say? Clean slate. Clean slate. Not thinking about it in the old way, not doing it in the old way. Wands energy to do it. Sword energy to think about it. This person has thought about it a long time and is finally ready to take action, passionate action, toward the divine feminine. We have her here twice on the board. may come about in Leo time. There's still some amount of time moving forward toward this reunion. May happen in Leo time. A lot of fire energy here. The Sun, Strength card. I think there still may be things to resolve. This can be a card of practice. But will it result in like love breaking through? I think so, because I think this is great. Yin yang, balance, reunion, rejoicing. You know, at long last, I found you. And if something was hard to read, you know, somebody approached it with a beginner's mind, with a new way, looking at it in a new way, understanding it in a new way, open to guidance now, open to walking the karmic path, in alignment with that now. If I do a part 2, I'd like to look at what the holdup was. Why did somebody feel, you know, that they didn't have enough time or enough to offer? I mean, that's really not so much an issue anymore, but it might take a lot of courage to look at that. But I think it's worthwhile. These 2 5s equal 10. 10 in Major Arcana is Wheel of Fortune. You know, moving on from the deprivation and the struggles. Doesn't mean no more struggles ever anywhere, you know. But this path, this choice, leads to happiness. And a reunion with whoever you were perhaps in a struggle with. They want to offer love. I think that's great. Oh, and I wanted to mention, I'm doing shorter readings. There's this number 2 probably coming. If you're going to watch the number 2, I suggest you hit the thanks button. You know, you're not obliged to, but it kicks in a couple of bucks toward growing the channel, toward all kinds of stuff with the YouTube algorithm. I almost said logarithm. That's not quite right. And because all the readings are shorter now, you know, so that I don't get totally sapped, the private readings are now half of what they used to cost, because the reading will be about half the time. You know, it'll be a half-hour reading at I think a really fair price, because it's your private reading. This is a general reading. It may not resonate with some of you. Really might not. But if it does, and you want to see part 2, I welcome you to do so. In any case, I'll be here. See you soon, and we'll take it up.